Hi, this is Ben from INTERNACHI. That's the International Association of Certified Home Inspectors. And we inspect homes all over the world to make sure they're safe and functioning for our clients. And today we're in Italy, off the coast. A beautiful location, beautiful view from the home. And we're going to inspect this home to make sure everything is functional and safe. If there are any defects, they need to be fixed. So this home has some defects. Let's take a look to see what we can find. At the front parking area, the structure looks good, the frame looks good, but the roof needs to be repaired. Some of those bamboo pieces are missing. And then we take a look at the retaining wall to make sure everything's in good shape, except, as you can see, the space between the components of the guardrail and handrail are large enough for a child to fall through. And if a child falls, they're going to get hurt. So what we want is this to be fixed so that it's safe for children. And for people who need a handrail going up the steps, there's a few issues. So the steps themselves are difficult to navigate, especially if you're an older person. And they are different heights. They're made out of stone, but even though it's made out of masonry, you can get it to within a 3/8 of an inch or at least a 1/2 an inch, and they can all be in uniform heights, consistent all the way up, and they are not. So it's a little bit difficult to go up these steps, and there's nothing to hold on to if you need that. And the gate itself doesn't close and stay closed and lock very well. And unfortunately, we can't get the lighting to turn on. So at night, this is very difficult, a bit dangerous to walk up and get into the home from the parking area. And there's some missing masonry here, which is a trip hazard for someone. Someone's foot can get in there. And the intercom system is not working. And this gate is very difficult for a young person or child to open up. The irrigation system around the property was not installed very well. A lot of hoses exposed and poorly secured. And some of them, when they turn on, they leak and they're not adjusted properly. They're spraying against the structure, the house itself, and that isn't very good. That tends to collect water right next to the foundation and the structure. And because this is a masonry house, there's a potential for moisture intrusion. All of the gutters on the home need to be inspected further. They're filled with debris, and the strapping and fastening are in poor shape. In some areas of the masonry structure of the house, which includes all the walls, floors, and ceilings, and roof structure itself, there's rebar exposed. So we don't want any rebar, metal, iron exposed to the weather. So we want this repaired. And as you can see, some of the masonry is popping off. When the sprinkler system turns on, water sprays against the house and the slider door to the front porch area and collects water right next to the floor area. You can see moisture being absorbed or wicked through the masonry. So that's a problem that we need to fix. The load-bearing components of the front gazebo porch structure is made out of wood and timber, and the bottom of the posts are resting below the surface of the tile floor, and this is rotten. So all I do is get my screwdriver and poke a little bit, and we can see that this is all rotten. I'll check the other ones to make sure. So we need an electrician to come because we have some electrical problems around the exterior. We have about 40 electrical junction boxes. That's a lot, and a lot of lighting fixtures and switches. And I would say more than half do not work, so we need some help here. And some of them are not safe. For example, this one here, you can get a good shock on that one. Some of these wires are simply lying around the ground. Some of them go through the ground, and some of them are exposed and not connected to the junction box. And this is not safe. And on the exterior steps, there's missing handrail all the way up here Somebody should be able to grab onto something to hold their balance instead of falling. And when it's slippery, these tiles get really slippery when it's wet. So we need a handrail here, just to be safe. In the kitchen, there's a gas-fired stove and oven. The stove should have an exhaust hood above it that exhausts the gases, the exhaust, outside, just to be safe, and it doesn't. We ran the dishwasher, that worked. No leaks at the sink. However, we have a condensate issue at the kitchen where there's water at the corner. Probably a gasket problem. Interior steps, missing a handrail. Interior steps, missing a handrail. And here we have a headroom problem, inadequate headroom at the stairs. So at that step right about there to that part of the ceiling right about there is about 5.5 feet. So you have to duck every time you go up the stairs. If you forget, it really hurts. At the first landing in these interior stairs, there's a cracked tile. No handrail that's graspable at the stairs. Each of the second floor bedrooms has an air conditioner and heating unit, ductless, with a remote control. We turned them all on. 5 units, 4 work, 1 doesn't. We ran water at the bathroom fixtures, all the bathroom fixtures. They all work except for this one in the master bathroom. There's no cold water, so no cold water at this fixture. Each room also has a radiator system on the walls with a control, and we'll turn all of them on to make sure that they all work, and we'll take a look at the boiler system as well. Some of the doors are very difficult to close and open. They stick at the stop. There's a masonry fireplace at this unit, and we'll take a look at the interior, looking for leaks and masonry damage. And also we'll open and close the damper door and maybe take a look at the flue from above and below and see what's going on. We're going to recommend that it's cleaned and serviced because it's summertime, and before winter it should be cleaned and swept. We're unable to determine where the exhaust of the dryer goes to. We couldn't find it inside or out. And this is the secondary kitchen area with the stove. The hood does not exhaust outside. Old antique wood burning stove. Here's the exhaust. We'll take a look at it outside. It's not securely fastened and installed properly. It's starting to actually open up because this is the improper metal for this unit. And here's the chimney exhaust on the outside. It's in poor condition and it's not adequate with clearance between itself and other components of the home. There are several chimneys. Some of them have been capped off. There are a few porch roofs and they all need to be cleaned. There's the main tile roof of the house, but there's the secondary roofs made up of plastic and other building materials. They're in poor condition, not fastened well, and they need to be cleaned off so that the water can drain, the rainwater can drain off of the roof. The main house has tiles, a tile roof. They're all in really good condition. We don't find any cracks or defects with the installation except this one small section in the back missing a gutter. And in this bathroom we have a water leak, a major one actually, that's been dripping and unnoticed for a long time. It's coming from the bathroom sink, and it's dripping into a bucket, and it's dripping all along the floor. So this needs to be fixed. All right, so that was our home inspection in Italy. We found several defects that need to be fixed so that the home is safe and functioning for our clients. Every home should be inspected regardless of where it is. And this is Ben Gromicko from Internachi. That's the International Association of certified home inspectors here in Italy performing a home inspection. I'll see you next time. Bye.